So welcome back, everybody, for Hangout 4. This is it. This is kind of like the last Hangout that we have. There's going to be further education all the way up through day 30. So I had a list of agenda topic items that I figured I'd bring to the table in the hope that it would get you inspired to really think about your business in the longer term. And so you kind of have an understanding of what you should be doing right now. But especially when you're a new coach, it's very overwhelming. You're taking on all this information. You're being told, okay, you should start a challenge group. You should start following the 3 vital behaviors. And that is going to start to build momentum for your business. And then when you look and see some of these other superstar coaches that have just built tremendous businesses and huge followings, you start to scratch your head and go, how have they done that? And I know that has been me for quite a while. Like, when I hear some of the staggering statistics of the top coaches and the elite coaches and the volume that they're producing and how their teams are growing, it's like, okay, what's the magic potion that's being used here to enable that to happen? And really, that magic potion is social media. Understanding how to use social media is how those big elite coaches are building tremendous businesses. So you have to make the decision as a Beachbody coach. You have to make the decision, do you want to spend your days on the computer doing social media, Instagram, Facebook posting, challenge groups online? It's an online business. I think it's a wonderful business. But what you have to do is treat it like a business that has working hours, because otherwise this can start to consume you to the point where it's almost addictive. And I wanted to share that at the beginning tonight because my wife Tammy and I have, you guys may have seen, we've launched our fitness page and we've been on this whirlwind journey with this hammer and chisel test group, and it's leading to a whole new way that we're going to be approaching our Beachbody business, to the point where, Tammy, who has been in the New York City financial world for quite some time, she's going to make she's positioning herself to make a move and leave that and spend full time on her Beachbody business. And that's something that I never thought in a million years would actually come to fruition. But now here we are, and it's about to happen, I think. And the one thing we talked about was how it can be so exciting when your business starts to really gain that momentum and you've got something really great going on, and it's addictive to the point where you start to kind of almost detach and unplug from your family, your friends. You just get so wrapped up in this, and you're always on your phone and you're always checking messages and so it's really important that you unplug. Like, be present in the moment and the people that you're with and your families, and treat this like you have working hours. And so I just want to share that because Tammy and I kind of promised each other that would be our case, because between our Beachbody and the gym business, we have a lot happening. So it's just keeping that frame of mind. So for your business moving forward, again, social media is how these coaches are building. And obviously in Coach Basics, we don't have the time to spend on how to use Instagram and how to use lead pages on Facebook and how to start blogging and how to potentially start a web page. There's so much that you can possibly do. So it's really up to you to decide how in-depth do you want to go with using all those social media outlets, and how much time do you want to spend every day bringing you to the table. And when I say you, I'm talking about you not only as a coach, but potentially at some point as a brand. And that is basically what has happened for Tammy and I at this point. So I figured I'd go into this first, this concept of possibly branding yourself someday as a coach, because here's what's happening right now in the Coach Network. When I started almost 4 years ago, there were 64,000 coaches. Now there are 370,000 plus coaches, and that's just going to continue to grow. They think they're going to have 1 million coaches in the U.S. within a few years. And more and more coaches are differentiating themselves by creating their own brand. And the way that they're doing that is by really bringing their personal journeys, their hardships, their stories to the table and sharing it with the world. You know, and it's kind of like you're bringing not only maybe your inspiring transformational stories, whatever they may be, but you're also bringing maybe some of your personal dirt. Because unfortunately, that's humanity. They love to read the dirt on people. They want to know, you know, what you got going on behind the scenes, because what you got going on behind the scenes may be something that they can relate to. When people can relate to you, they're going to follow you. And that's how this works. So to understand this concept of branding yourself, one of the best things that you can do is just simply become a follower of what I would say the top 10 elite coaches. So right here, I'm gonna do a screen share real quick with you. You can always go back, look at the recording, or you can just Google top 10 elite coaches 2014. But there you have it. Okay, these coaches, and this is what I've been doing, spending time doing, are your top 10 elite coaches for this year. When I say this year, they achieved their results in 2014. They were awarded for it in 2015. Tremendous teams, tremendous followers, tremendous retail sales, you name it. So if you simply take their names and put them in Facebook, they're going to come up towards the top of your search engines. Go to their pages and start following. See what they're doing. See what they're posting. The imagery, the Facebook banners, the branding, if you will, that they're doing. And what you're going to find pretty much consistently among all of them is that there's very little posting on Beachbody programs. Okay, this is an art. It's a skill. It's a way that you are providing free, helpful, inspiring knowledge, information, behind the scenes lifestyle that you lead in a way that people are inspired by it. And then sprinkling in invitations to your support groups, your free clean eating groups, your challenge groups. Get as creative as you want. And if you want ideas, follow these top 10 coaches on their pages, and you'll be inundated with ideas that you can consider. So this is for this is for you to take away and decide how you want to go into the future and possibly brand yourself. The number one thing that I can say when it comes to branding yourself is really look at who you are and the journey you've been on. Some of you have amazing journeys. Some of you have gone through, you fought disease. You've overcome obesity. You've lost weight. You've dropped cholesterol. You got off medication. Whatever it may be. And perhaps you're somebody that's in the middle of a transformation right now. It's happening as we speak. But whatever it may be, don't be afraid to share it in a way that's caring and inspiring. And then share what you're doing for your exercise and your nutrition, and people will want to know. They're going to want to ask questions, and you can offer the support as their Beachbody coach. Bring them into your challenge groups. That's how the coaches are building tremendous success. Does anybody have any questions on this? Because I know some of you are new. Others of you are very seasoned coaches, and you're doing quite well. But if anybody is new and you're kind of like, man, I don't know where to go, it's okay to open up. And it's not something you have to do right away. It's the way you can build a tremendous business moving into the future. But in the beginning, just get that challenge group going with all the stuff you've learned thus far about inviting. Is there anything else anyone wants to add or ask before I go to the next topic? No? All right. I'll go to my outline here. So before I go into the stuff I was going to cover, I'm going to ask outright, does anybody need to see this? And again, if you do, please raise your hand. If you're like, I don't know how to do that, please show me quickly. Does anybody not understand how to start a private Facebook group on using Facebook? Does anybody not know how to start a new group? Raise your hand if you don't, or type a little message into the chat box if you want. Because if you don't, I'm going to go to the Facebook right now. I'm just going to show you where it says start a page or start a group. But if you all understand that, I won't bother. So we're good. All right, good. Check that off. We just took 5 minutes off our time tonight. All right. Okay. Concept of sharing the coach opportunity. This is where a lot of coaches struggle. A lot of coaches build really big businesses that are primarily retail based. And there's nothing wrong with that. But where you're going to become a very successful coach financially and not have to worry so much about your own customer orders is when you start to build a team. So building a team in the beginning is done in a multitude of ways. Well, two primary ways. And the first way is the way that I built my business in the beginning. And that was simply getting so intrigued by the coach opportunity and how it works that you start sharing and presenting it to people you know. And in the beginning, that concept of presenting the coach opportunity is a lot. It's hard because there's so much. All of a sudden you have like diarrhea of the mouth because there's just like so much stuff coming out and you overwhelm people. So it's kind of like, what are the really pertinent points that you can say to somebody who wants to know about coaching without overwhelming them, but in a way that they go, I want to learn more. That sounds really interesting. And so the punchline, the catch line that I have often used to then invite somebody to a formal presentation is when somebody asks me about Beachbody coaching, or I'm telling them about Beachbody coaching, I just tell people in a nutshell that I am financially rewarded for improving my own health and fitness and helping others do the same. And it's really awesome because I get to do this in my spare time. I have another full-time job and I just do this on the side and I earn supplemental income. I literally get paid to improve my own health and fitness and help others do the same. So when you say that to somebody, they're going to go, oh, geez, how does that work? And that's your gate. That's your door opening up to say, I would love to share more with you. Would you be interested in viewing a presentation on what coaching is all about? And typically you'll get, yeah, I can do that. And you can share any number of recorded presentations that we have. And so what I have is I have a library of presentations I've done in the past. I have not done the Coach Opportunity live webinar in about, I think it's almost 5 months now. So I'm overdue. Like I actually want to do another one before we get to January. But you can take the recording, and I shared that recording on the Coach Basics page. I shared the recording of how I've been presenting the coach opportunity. And guys, I didn't start that way. Like 4 years ago when I started presenting the coach opportunity, my presentation was like 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I was losing people because it was just too much in-depth detail. You don't have to go into all the nitty-gritty. You just hit upon the broader points, the highlight points that people go, man, really? And you'll get a pretty good sign-up ratio in doing that. So use that presentation, the recording of it that I put up. I have another one that has really worked well. It's only a half hour, and it was a live presentation that I did for many coaches in Connecticut about 1.5 years ago. And it's only a half hour. It was live recording. It was professionally recorded, so that's cool. You can use that as well. So here, take a look at this. This is a presentation of the coach opportunity. This is, Don Murphy. He's one of our team leaders, and you would be working indirectly with him and me, and we'd be putting you into the training on how to get started. So run with those recordings. You got the one, I'll put up the other one, the half-hour one that you can use. But if you want to become your own leader, like you really want to become your own business leader, the more you start being that presenter, the more effective you become as your own leader in this business. So that was kind of the aha moment for me. Like when I signed up as a coach, I was always going back to Bob Lucido saying, I got another person, I need you to talk to them. I need you to present to them the coaching information, because Bob was so good at signing them up. And if you're new, you want to use your upline. Don't try to go about this alone if you're new. If you're new, reach out to your upline. And if it's me, guys, put me on the phone with somebody. I love doing it. This is my favorite thing to do. Like when somebody's going to talk to me about the coach opportunity, they're signing up when I'm done. Like that's just how I go about it. And so if you want to put me on the phone on a three-way with anybody that you have asking about it, I don't get on there and just start hitting them with what coaching is all about. The first thing I'm going to do is ask questions about them. Why are they interested? What is their current situation? Are they looking at this more of a hobby, from a hobby perspective, or are they looking at this as something they really want to get into? So depending on what their situation is and the level of interest they're expressing determines the dialogue that I'm going to have with them. And that's the way you would go about it. So if you want me to be on a three-way call with you and a prospect, the more you do that, the more you learn. And then all of a sudden you cut ties with me and you start doing it on your own. That's how you can build your business, add coaches, by simply sharing the business opportunity. Okay, so that's one way. The second way, which is probably the most popular way, is when you run your challenge groups, you have coaches who get results. You have customers who get results. And when your customers get results, they become a billboard. They become a magnet for other potential customers and referrals. And so as that process starts to happen, you want to be having that conversation with those customers to say, my gosh, you've done so well. Like, look at the weight you've lost. Look how awesome you look and feel. And people are asking you about it. Look, you've been great in my challenge group. You're posting in the group every day. You're one of those motivating people that would be so good at this. Why don't you become a coach? And so you have that pool of people that start out as customers, become products of the product, understand how challenge groups work, and it's an easy segue for them to just become coaches. And the cool part about it is if they started out with a challenge pack, they can become a coach for free. Like your challenge pack customers, they're just coaches waiting to happen. They don't have to pay a coach sign-up fee. They become coaches for free. What happens is they pay the $39.95. Beachbody refunds that. They have their challenge pack purchase on record, and they refund their sign-up fee. So anybody that you have that's a challenge pack customer who's gotten results or is engaging in your challenge group, guys, it's a no-brainer to get them to become coaches, if only for them to save on their personal order of Shakeology every month. You're doing an injustice. You're doing an injustice to your home direct customers who are committed to drinking Shakeology, and they're going to be home direct customers for a very long time. You're doing them an injustice by not sharing the coach opportunity simply because they're going to save money for themselves every month. They're paying $129.95 a month right now for their Shakeology order, plus their $2 in shipping. If they become a coach, they're going to pay $97.46 plus $2 in shipping, plus their $15.95 monthly coach service fee, which comes in roughly around $117 a month. They're still saving almost $20 a month on their own Shakeology order. So that's just very easy ways to begin building your team. You welcome them to the team page. You touch base and say, hey, would you love to go through a coach training? Our team has a wonderful training that we do. It's 30 days long, and you can learn about this business. Earn some supplemental income. Say to them, did you know that if you get 3 customers, you can cover the cost of your own Shakeology? Your Shakeology is free. Little things like that will intrigue people. Let me also share with you how we signed up. I say we, Tammy and I did a presentation in New York City this weekend. We went to a little fitness studio, and they're getting ready to run the Portion Fix program. And we had 5 people in attendance. So unfortunately it was a light turnout, but our closing percentage was 60%, 80% when it came to just buying a purchase. One person didn't buy something, but 4 out of 5 did. 3 became coaches. And the way that happened during the presentation was I said this. I said, look, I shared before and after images from people that have done 21-day fix, which is basically the Portion Fix eating plan. I shared the before and after images that Tammy and I have had from using the portion container system. And it was like, sign me up. They're already exercising. They're training in this studio. They're working with trainers. They're doing their classes. So I didn't push in hard on the exercise stuff. They're already exercising. But where they're falling down is nutrition. That's where 95% of people are falling down, is their nutrition. So that's always my focus with Beachbody. It's, what are you doing for nutrition? And so the dialogue was around this Portion Fix program, which is $39.95 to get the container system and learn how to eat right. And I said to them, look, if you're going to get this program, please do yourself a favor and become a Beachbody coach, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get this program and you're going to plug into the challenge group we're going to start. So we're starting a group with this studio on December 1st. They're going to plug everybody into this challenge group using the portion container eating system. And I said, during that support group, when you start using this system, you're going to start to get results. You're going to lose weight. You're going to transform your body. You're going to look and feel great. People are going to start asking what you're doing. And one of the things you want to do coming into the group is you're going to document your transformation. You're going to take pictures. You're going to take measurements. You're going to have those before and afters. Do yourself a favor and become a coach. Because if you're not a coach and you have this transformation, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass. If you're a coach, I said, just pay the $39.95. Just become a coach. And you'll get a discount on the Portion Fix. You'll get a discount on the Shakeology. And if you get that transformation, you document your results, you can start, all those people that are asking you, you can get commission when they purchase the program from you because you've inspired them. That alone was enough to make them go, I'm signing up. So I didn't get into all the details of coaching with those people. I didn't have to. That's all I had to say. So now they're brought into the fold and they're very excited. And so now it's just the follow-up call. It's just sprinkling a little more information. Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know? Hey, now that you're a coach, did you know? And you just keep spoon-feeding them in a way that they go, oh, wow, really? And that's how you start to build your team. And that's how, when your team grows, your volume grows. When your volume grows, your team cycle bonus becomes very substantial every week. That's when your business can lead to time freedom and financial freedom, because on the times that come around, you want to go on vacation or you want to unplug for a few days, when you have a team doing what they're doing, the income is still happening because your team has learned from you and you've inspired and motivated them in how to run this business. So that's how you can start to add and build coaches on your teams. And I hope that's been helpful for you. Reach out if you want to do a 3-way call at any time and just kind of hear the dialogue that I use on the phone. All right. Does anybody have any questions on that? Has anybody done, like Bonnie, you've been tremendously successful at just consistently and regularly adding coaches. Hannah, same thing. Like, you've really just been phenomenal, especially recently with the number of coaches you've added. Do you want to just share, anything different, Bon, that's worked for you? Here, let me unmute you. Go ahead.
Hi.
Bonnie is a Success Club legend, 2-star diamond.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that what's worked best for me is really getting challengers who are excited about the program, about their results that they've gotten, and about Shakeology. So when I get people who just are totally hooked on Shakeology and know that they are going to be continuing to drink it forever, basically lifers, then they want to get the discount, even if they're not planning on doing the business.
Right,
And
exactly.
so, I'll sign them up as a discount buyer if they're not ready at the beginning to do the business, or even if they say that they have no interest whatsoever in doing the business, I'll still sign them up as a discount buyer, because it's so much easier than if they're already a coach to then have them realize, hey, I could be making money doing this, when they start getting results and people start asking them what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's when it kind of changes. It morphs into
Yes.
someone who's just interested in, their own personal journey, into someone who really sees it as a money-making and a business opportunity as well.
Yeah. Excellent. No, it makes total sense. And it's kind of like the backdoor approach.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's happened many times.
Yeah. And then when they see and understand how, wow, this isn't like a product distributor pyramid scheme, because that's unfortunately the mindset of a lot of people when it comes to multi-level marketing.
Right.
And when they see, how good this really is for helping people because they feel how good it is,
right,
that stuff kind of just goes away. And they're like, man, I'm all in. Tell me what to do here.
Exactly. In fact, I need to point out that we have one person on this call who happens to be a perfect example, Sage, who happens to be one of my top coaches. She's absolutely rocking the business. She's Emerald, and she's only been doing the business for a very short time, and she is already becoming such an amazing leader. And what happened with her was, it was a period of months from the time that I started inviting her to the time that she finally signed up. And she originally was talking about just doing it for herself and for her daughter for the nutrition. And then when I started talking to her and I mentioned that she, can be a discount buyer coach and that the business opportunity is there if she's interested, she immediately said, I am interested. So I was like, oh, okay. And I immediately got her, plugged into the training and the team coach, the page and everything. And she just took off.
Yeah. Sage, do you want to add anything? Because honestly, and I apologize, I lost sight of it when Team Eternal Fit came out and your name, I was like, oh my gosh, you have signed 6 coaches in October.
Well, I kind of abused my warm market a little bit.
Well, that's what we all do in the beginning, yeah.
That was pretty awesome because they were willing, but they're raving fans now, so I don't. They're so happy with it, so that's worked out really well. And yeah, being able to get all this free training, every time Bonnie, I was just lighting up her messenger like crazy and texting her and. Yeah. You're talking about getting on the phone for a 3-way. Every time somebody would, even look my way, I'd like, Bonnie, I think they want to talk to me, So having that support, I always felt like I wasn't alone and I didn't have to know. But at the same time, all the information is available. So it's been a great experience.
That's fantastic. And yeah, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. All right. Hannah, you too. And is there anything different that you have done, or is pretty much in line with what we're talking about?
Pretty much all the same things. I have 24 personally sponsored coaches, and so many of those they're all my Shakeology customers.
Wow.
Every Shakeology customer, I tell them about it, and most of them sign up for it. So a lot of them, not many are working the business though, but I always make sure they know about it because they're going to stay with it if they're going to get that discount. And we're military, so much. There's, it's free for military.
Oh, okay. So that's huge. But that's a really great point. Don't forget that, guys. Anybody that's military gets to sign up as a coach for free.
They don't have that $16 fee. They don't, the $40 sign-up fee is waived.
That's incredible.
Huge. But then the other thing that I did want to mention is just consistency. So I've been doing it for 15, 16 months. And just now, people that have been following me on Facebook are, after seeing me post, not Beachbody stuff, but stuff every single day,
Yeah.
3 times a day, people are starting to now come to me and wanting to sign up as coaches because they have to trust you. People have to like build this trust that you're doing this and you're sticking with this and it's not just like a quick money maker, you know, like that you really have a passion for helping people. So
yeah,
it takes some people like watching you for a year.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's right in line with, did you guys watch that? Real quick, Sage, go ahead, Sage, what was the question? You can say it.
Is it only active duty military or retired also?
For active duty, it's active duty or the spouse. One of you gets it for free. For veterans, only the veteran, like a spouse can't use it. And for active duty, it's free for 2 years. For veterans, it's free forever.
Happy Veterans Day. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day. Good timing. That's really impressive. I often forget it. You know what? I often forget about that stuff. Like, yeah,
I totally forgot about that too. Does that mean that there's no monthly service fee?
No monthly service fee. You know what? I don't even think I realized that. I knew I didn't have to pay the initial sign-up fee, but they don't even pay the monthly?
No.
Because Sage is a veteran. So right? Yeah, Sage is.
Go Air Force.
15 more new coaches coming on board with Sage.
Well, I got some discounts to go get now that I realized that. So thank you, Hannah.
That's great, Anna. That's great.
Ashley just posted on here. Ashley's also a veteran. She's one of my new coaches. She said active duty is 2 years, but you can send in the form again and then you keep going every 2 years. So
wow.
So yes, always free. So like Brandon, my husband, he's signed up. He's free. Yes. So military, make sure you use that.
Wow. Thanks for that, Ashley. Great information. And I see a note here, Tom Blair. I have a studio I'm going to be working with. Speak to you in a week when I get back. She's interested in adding nutrition along with the workouts. Fantastic. Yeah, would love to connect with you on that. You know, and on that note, guys, this whole thing with and Lisa, I know you've been plugged in a bit to see how we've been running Portion Fix in our gym. It's getting a lot better. Like, it's really starting to ramp up, and there's a buzz starting to happen in the club. Like, we're signing regular Portion Fix customers every week now, and we just keep adding them to this nutrition support group. My wife's got involved with running that group, thank God, because like she's doing such a better job than I was, and she's posting more than one time a day, and it's kind of like that's her thing. But this thing with giving people nutrition support that are already working out, you know, I love Beachbody because it gives you the whole gamut of fitness and nutrition. But for people that are already perhaps working out in a gym, or they're working with a trainer, or, you know, they might not be that interested in the exercise component of Beachbody because they're already doing their own good exercise programs. Their nutrition is where they're often lacking. And this Portion Fix system that is one of the products in your catalog there is brilliant. It's the container system from the 21-day fix, but they just separated it out that you can get the container system with the Portion Fix book and recipes and planning without the exercise DVDs. And it's only $39.95. So we've been selling a ton of that now. And we tell them that, you know, look, we recommend Shakeology, but we don't push it on them. And then what happens during the group, during the posts and information we're sharing, Shakeology and the Shakeology videos are shared with the people. And a lot of them will eventually go, man, I need to be drinking this. And that's how you get your Shakeology customers, rather than trying to hit it with them directly in the beginning. So it's just a nice way to get people involved with good, wholesome, portion-controlled, clean eating. And then they also grasp and understand Shakeology, which is heavily promoted in that program. And that's the winning combo. Lisa, let me just ask you real quick. Have you had much success with the fitness center you're with, or not too much?
Not too much. I think part of it is because it's such a big company. It's not a privately owned facility, so it's really tough. But I was just going to speak to the whole portion control or portion fix system. It's just like when people say, you know, I want to do the 21-day fix, but I don't want to do Shakeology. You still sell them the program. You put it in your group, and that's how I was. And then several of my customers that did that, they see the information about Shakeology, they see other people posting about it, and then they end up getting it. So that's when you get your Success Club points and all that stuff. But you just meet them where they're at. You know, your goal is just to help them, and you just reinforce that and give them what they need at the time. And then just plug them in like you're doing.
Great point. And congratulations to you. You were near the top. I think you were second on that chart for top.
I don't know how that happened.
I was like, oh my God, Lisa's near the top of the chart. Like you must have just tremendous customer volume happening now. It's just fantastic.
I think that the whole consistency in building, I can't remember who was it Hannah? Was that you that said you started like a year and a half ago? And it's that slow building that just consistently adding customers, just a few customers every month. It just starts to build, and then they start to refer people, and it's great.
Yep. And the point that was brought up earlier about Hannah, you were saying how the consistency of your posts. Now here it is, like almost a year later, and people are coming to you because you've been so consistent. It's almost like this subliminal trust has been built. There's been an unspoken rapport that's happened through social media posting. That point was made in the video I put up, I think it was last week. I forget her name. I think it's one of the best social media videos I've seen on why to start a like page, why to set up your own separate Facebook page for your Beachbody Coach business. She has 160,000 followers on her page. And she talked about how she's gone about doing that. And the fact that when she has, so she set up her page, and in the beginning, the majority of the people that liked her page were her friends and family. And her friends and family are not the people that she's really interested in bombarding or getting involved with Beachbody. Not that she doesn't want to, but she just doesn't want to, cross that line too much with them. So she was able to put herself out there and connect with so many other people that started following her. She talks about it. It's a half-hour video. Watch it if you haven't seen it. But she made the point that when somebody likes her page, she knows that it's going to be a several steps process before she's even going to present them with any type of invitation. They don't even know her. So it's kind of like it's like a dating process. When you go on a date with somebody, you don't know them. You got to get to know them, and you got to learn about them, and you got to court each other. And, it's that whole getting familiar and establishing trust and rapport. It's the same thing as a Beachbody coach when you have new followers. Don't just start inviting them to something when they don't even know you. It's getting to know somebody. That's all it is. And offering help and expecting absolutely nothing in return. And that'll be another video that I put up, this really cool, inspiring video. It's called the 100 to nothing principle. And the 100 to nothing principle means that you are 100% responsible for the success of the relationship, and your partner in the relationship has zero responsibility. When you approach a relationship like that and you go all in and give everything that you can give and help as much as you can help and expect absolutely nothing in return, it will come back to you ultimately. It's just how it's human nature. So that's how to go about your coach business and building your followers and your like page and establishing trust. Okay. So let's see. We did that. Oh, I'm going to pull up a document real quick, and it's a good time if you want to consider doing this. It's a really good time to be thinking about it. The idea of a fit club in your area. Most coaches, again, are building their business online, social media, but there are some coaches that are very successful with starting fit clubs in their region. So if I go to a screen share here, I'm going to show you a document in your back office. under training. So I'm in my back office now under training, and you scroll down, you go to the training library. And in the training library, they have this fantastic document, if you scroll down, Fit Clubs. How to hold a Fit Club. Open that up. This is a great document, guys. You know, I'm not going to read this verbatim, but it just gives you an overview on how to organize and start a Fit Club in your region. Talks about the purpose, getting ready, inviting, the equipment and supplies you want to have. It gives you a nice checklist of things that you want to bring to your Fit Club event. Leading the workout, the meet and greet, script and intro. I mean, it's great. It's got all this great information. I love this little section here, the post-workout gathering. So before I get into that, just to understand what it is, a Fit Club is where you say, you know what, maybe once a week, I'm going to secure a spot in my area. It could be your local church, town hall. It could be in your basement if you have a big basement. It could be wherever you want. You just come up with a spot, a space that you're going to utilize to invite people once a week to come and work out together. And so you put on one of the Beachbody workouts and you just do the workout together. And that's what a Fit Club is. And this lays out, you know, suggestions on how to go about doing an event like that. And you just do it once a week. Now, here, nice work, everyone. What'd you think about the name, whatever workout we just did? Hey, we have to choose next week's workout. It's between this program and this program. Let's have a vote, show of hands. So it's just kind of like this fun way for people to get together and decide, hey, which workout do we want to try next? And what I would highly recommend is you utilize Beachbody On Demand. Like, just put up Beachbody On Demand, one of the workouts, and you do it with them. And anybody that's expressing interest, you say, you know what, become a Beachbody Club member. You can have access to this. You can have this all week long if you want. So it's just such an easy way to get people plugged into you as a club member. And then they're using Beachbody On Demand. They're learning about Shakeology, because you have Shakeology after your workout at your Fit Club event. And the whole thing, you just start to unravel with people in your local area. Claudia Elfrink, she's a leader of Team Infinity, which is part of our organization. She's a 2-star diamond, and she has built her business primarily through Fit Clubs. She started a Fit Club. She's had 2 summers in a row now in her backyard. And she has photos that she put up. If you guys remember, if you were coaches then, she had about 42 people in her backyard doing PIO. And it was incredible. They had mats all over her backyard, big Shakeology table. And this happened like once a week in her backyard. So she became like the neighborhood leader of fitness, because that was her. She was the host for this big Fit Club, and it's built her business. So it's good information to know, especially going into January, guys. Like, this is the time of year when the holidays are right around the corner. It happens every single year. People are like, okay, come January, New Year's resolution, I'm getting fit. What am I going to do? So if you want to do up a nice flyer or invitation to a Fit Club that you're going to start in your area, say the second week of January, oh my God, like, you will have people saying, I'm in. You know, not everybody wants to join a gym. So you've got something new, innovative, it's free. Why not give it a shot? It's the best time of year to go for it if you want to think along those lines. So pull up this document, read through it. It gives you all great information and details. And the other thing you can do, if you're thinking, you know what, I think I want to go for this, go to Google and put in how to host a Beachbody Fit Club. And up will come videos and marketing. If you go to images, like put in Beachbody Fit Club and hit images, you'll see all kinds of tremendous invitations that other coaches have created. And you can just grab those ideas and make them your own. So it's just deciding whether or not you want to use this as a tool. All right. I have anything. The last thing that I wanted to hit upon And then, if anybody has anything else they want to add, we can. The last thing I want to hit upon is the customer lead program. So the customer lead program has evolved quite a bit through the years. And when I became a coach, once you achieve the rank of Emerald, you were eligible for the customer lead program. Beachbody just started fueling your business with new customer leads all through the month. And they changed that probably about a year ago, give or take a few months, by saying that, okay, now in order to be eligible for the customer lead program, not only do you have to be at the rank of Emerald, minimum rank of Emerald, you also have to achieve Success Club 5. If you achieve Success Club 5 and you're at the rank of Emerald, you then receive customer leads from Beachbody. And so just to be called, all right, Bert, take care, buddy. Just to be clear, the way these customers come to you from Beachbody is through all the infomercial advertising that the company does. They get thousands. I'm told they get 25 to 50,000 new customers per week. And those are people that are seeing the infomercials for their programs. They're people that are seeing them in the magazines, wherever it is. They're going online or they're calling the toll-free number and they're ordering a Beachbody program at the retail price. When they go through the checkout process, Beachbody says, would you like a free coach? And when you're watching the infomercials, listen to when they say, and here's your price, 3 easy payments of this, and it includes this, this, and this, and a free coach. Like it says, and it includes a free coach. Because what happens is the person signs up, Beachbody says to them during the checkout process, do you want a free coach? Most of them say, yeah, free, I'll take a free coach. And that person's customer information, their contact information, their name, typically their email, quite often their cell phone, and the product that they've purchased is assigned. It's given to you. Now, you don't get the commission on that initial order. But what happens is now that you're the assigned coach, you can take it upon yourself to contact that person and say, hey, Julie, I'm Don Murphy. I'm your free Beachbody coach. Congratulations on buying whatever it is they bought. I'm here to help and support you in your journey. What are your fitness goals? And you just begin the courting process the same way you would if you had a follower on your like page. So it's this dating process now. Here's somebody you're reaching out to. They don't know you. So you've got to begin to establish and build rapport, offering free help and support, offering them the opportunity to come into your challenge group. Hey, Julie, I would love to invite you into my free online support group. The program you're doing, it's great if you can do it on your own, but boy, plug into our group and you're going to connect and be motivated with a lot of other people that are working out just like you. So you just have a feeder system happening from Beachbody. And the beautiful thing is that when those customers that are assigned to you order another program in the future or a product, you get the commission. It's part of your team. It's part of your business. They're giving it to you. So at Success Club 5, you'll get the people that are signing up for the free club membership. You'll get different random product orders that people are making. You'll get a whole array of different types of customers. Where it can get really exciting is when you are at Emerald and you hit Success Club 10. Because at Success Club 10, the customers you receive also include customers that have bought Shakeology on Home Direct. Beachbody is giving you commission-paying customers. So a customer goes out and says, oh, I'm going to buy Shakeology. It looks great. I'll go on Home Direct. And they're just doing that through the generic site. They are assigned to you, and you're getting their monthly commission of $32.46 or whatever it is. So it's a tremendous program. So what I want to share with you is, this will be the last document, and this will also go up on the page. This document here, working with customer leads. This document has the approaches taken by two very successful coaches in Team Beachbody, Jessica Vanderberg and Nicole Jones, both of whom are Star Diamond elite coaches earning annual high six-figure incomes. Both coaches have built their success largely around the customer lead program and share their strategies here for effective communication. So what you'll have here is a bunch of scripting and sample communication, emails or texts that you can send to your customer leads. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize the document wasn't up. Are you seeing that document?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. So again, this document I will share, and it just gives you a lot of good insight as to the types of communication and contacts you can send when you have customer leads assigned to you. And the way you know, let me show you where the customers are assigned to you. So if I go to here in my back office and you scroll down, right here, it'll tell you, I don't have any new customers now, but it'll tell you you have X new customers. So you always want to be checking that. If you're Emerald and at Success Club 5 or higher, you always want to check there because you're going to have your new customers assigned to you there. And you can always go right here to My Business, My Customers. Click on. And it'll pull up all the customers that have been assigned to you. And this is all part of your business. Okay, so these are my customer leads. You know, and it can grow to become very, very substantial. Customer lead program from Beachbody is unlike any other network marketing company. They give you customers. Tremendous. All right. That's all I had for tonight. So is there anything else anybody wants to chime in or ask? Let me just see if anybody has questions they've written. Okay. No, I think that's it. Is there anything good? Helpful? Yeah?
Yes.
All right, good. Good. And thank you so much for, staying focused and committed through the training. Again, this is the last hangout for this round. There will be more daily posts. There's some really cool, inspiring, motivating stuff that will continue to go up right through day 30. And you're off to the races, I will try to do another coach opportunity webinar. Like I'll do another live one that if you want to invite some prospects to the webinar, you can. And I'll shoot to do that probably sometime in December before we get into the crazy January season. All right, but all good stuff around the corner if you're a Beachbody coach right now that's plugged into their business and inviting people, because January is just very, very exciting for our businesses. January, February, March, that's the peak season for people wanting health and fitness solutions. We love it in the gym world too. Lots of memberships. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And reach out whenever you have questions or you want to talk about anything.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Night.